Pixar, y'all fell off. So yeah, I just watched Elemental, the new Pixar movie, and it was okay. It was kind of bad, actually. The basic premise of this movie revolves around 4 different elements, those being wind, water, earth, and fire, representing different races or cultures, or however you want to interpret it, and the blossoming and forbidden romance of Shark Boy and Ember and Wade. If there's anything I want you to take away from my channel about me and my movie interests and preferences, it's that I really hate cliche and derivative movies that have little to nothing new to offer. It's better to try something risky and fail spectacularly than to tread the same tired waters that we as audiences are used to. And unfortunately, Elemental falls into the category of trite and cliche that I absolutely despise. I'll start with the thematic elements first, and then I'll talk about the characters and the romance aspect. My main issue here is that when it comes to the representation of racism or xenophobia, the movie can kind of be interpreted as both. I can't help but think the movie is too watered down. Get it? But basically, Ember's family are immigrants from another country, and in Element City, the place they moved to, fire people are heavily discriminated against. It's a little bit weird that the immigrants are portrayed as fire, by the way, an element that's considered to be, dangerous and capable of causing harm. I understand that the point is that the elements view them that way, but in this case, the metaphor is a bit too literal because fire isn't perceived as being dangerous in the real world. It literally is dangerous. So this movie in a weird way kind of reinforces negative stereotypes. Just something I noticed. But anyways, yeah, a lot of the metaphors are far too literal and simplistic, and it makes me a bit sad since I feel as though the discourse has evolved past this. If a movie wants to be about subject matter such as this, then I want to be challenged or be given something to think about. All this movie does is point out extremely obvious things and make jokes by making references to the real world. I'm not kidding, there's a part in this movie where Ember says, "Not all water people look the same," and I kind of wanted to die. I understand that this movie could be used to explain these issues to children, but I am not a child and I am judging it as an adult, so take that how you will. When it comes to the central relationship and character themes, the movie still manages to point everything out to you and hold your hand the whole way. The way these two characters meet is kind of stupid, and it doesn't even really make sense why they would fall in love to begin with, but it's also sort of played off as a joke, so I guess it was supposed to not make much sense? I don't really know. But their whole relationship and Ember's character arc pretty much revolves around Wade telling Ember, and subsequently the audience, all the themes and messages of the movie directly rather than having the change within a character take place. It feels really forced and superficial. It's good when characters say things to other characters that can eventually inspire them to go through some sort of character arc, but the important part is that the change feels like it's ultimately coming from within them. Here the movie really tries to make it seem like the change is coming from within Ember, but it really feels like Wade is just kind of telling her what to think, and she's like, "Lol, okay." Alright, it's time to talk about animation. Pixar, I am so sorry that you released this 2 weeks after Across the Spider-Verse, but I hope it serves as a wake-up call. The thing is, technically speaking, the animation here is great. There are a lot of detailed textures, and the fluids and elements and whatnot all look really good. But here's the thing. Art direction beats technicalities. Style beats texture fidelity. Breath of the Wild is a prettier game than Call of Duty, but Call of Duty has better graphics. Why? Because Breath of the Wild has better vision. Spider-Man has a better vision than Elemental. I have no doubt that the animators here work tirelessly, and technically I think they did a great job, but Pixar needs better direction. 3D animation has been around for a while now, and the people want more than just nice looking textures and pretty water. We want style. To be honest, with Puss in Boots, both the Spider-Man movies and the upcoming Ninja Turtles movie all out or coming out soon, I think Pixar will realize very soon that people want something different, but for the time being, they just feel a little behind, a bit stuck in their ways. Their movies all look too similar. I didn't hate the animation here, but for a lot of the runtime, I was just thinking, damn, Spider-Man looked pretty great. Anyways, I don't know. Watch this new Pixar movie if you want, I guess. No doubt some people will enjoy it, and if you're one of those people, I'm happy for you. But as for me, well, damn, Spider-Man looked pretty great.